state my opinion on Sekai Seifuku. I think this series, actually on the 4th episode, it managed to entertain me enough to where I truly do not want to drop this series, and I really got some crazy actual character development in this series. And for one, I want to talk about some underlying plot elements I managed to actually get from this episode. For one, I love these scenes between Natashi and Kate. Those were really good scenes that were portrayed well in this episode. And this episode may not be as, I guess, as great as other works this anime season, but it has something else going for it, and something else is leading up to a bigger picture in this series. Now, after taking a look at each individual episode, I've been noticing that Kate has been intervening in someone's life right when they're basically, their back's against the wall and they've pretty much given up all hope. And that's where I see what's going on in this series. I mean, for the past 2 episodes, we've seen Kate try to save people at the last moment, like the boss, the freaking epic freaking skull mask guy, and then now we got her saving Natasha in this episode when she's alone in a cave with her parents taking her there, and then everything goes dark. So what I'm getting at is, how old is Kate? Now, of course she looks like a lolly. She looks like a cute little lolly, and at the beginning of the episode, or the first episode, we saw how it looked like she took over the world and that she was adult. But how old is she really? I mean, think about this in a logical sense, okay? So, pretty much, she looked like she was really young, at the same time she was old enough to be able to talk to Natashi, right at the middle or in towards part of this episode with a nice good conversation like she knew what she was talking about. What I'm getting at is, she looked like she wasn't that young. I mean, for that time and instance, I mean, the way we see the characters, the way their ages are, I think Kate would have to be at least freaking 2 or 3 years old in that scene alone. And that's amazing enough how she was actually doing something like that, thinking that far ahead. I'm not saying anime doesn't do this, but what I'm getting at is, I think Kate is older than she really lets on or appears to be. Now, besides that, there's a lot of, I guess, sci-fi fantasy elements in this episode. I mean, what I'm getting at is, there's like RPG elements. I mean, there's literally straight up RPG elements with levels, monsters, freaking mechanics of actual turn-based mechanics of an RPG. It was freaking funny. And I got some good comedy on that. I was shocked to see something like that in Sekai Seifuku. Now, this series I don't think is meant straight out for comedy. I think it has an underlying great development of a story in the future if it manages to play its cards right. I mean, the way I saw the episode, the way it built up about that freaking smoke monster, about, you know, just human emotions, like a pit of human emotions, and not to show us the actual major origin of that creature, and when she saw a different thing from everybody else, like Asada or Kate, I really got to the meaning of, Kate seems to be highly intelligent. I mean, of course she's intelligent to want to actually conquer the world, but there's something else going on here, and hopefully they will eventually explain this and why she's, you know, helping out certain individuals at certain points in their, like, I guess, past. One thing, though, I do like the animation style of this episode. This episode had some really good animation style that kept me, I guess, on my seat with it, with the tension of, I guess, the emotional type of drama scenes they tried to add in this episode. Now, I didn't really get as emotional as I would like in this episode, but it did a lot better than the previous episodes, and this definitely is a major step up in this series. I think this is probably my favorite episode of the past 4 episodes that have aired, which is a good thing, because now it seems like they're going, like, a little bit stronger into the actual characters' emotions and backstory, which is a must for this type of series. I mean, for a series like this, it really needs to actually build up its pillars that are the characters to make a good, strong series that makes people want to watch it. Now, the music, once again, I love the music. The music is really good. It adds tension that needs to be there, especially with scenes like the emotional scenes of the freaking smoke monster, when you see Natasha see her parents' hands through the smoke with the all failed projects and robots. That was a really scary freaking scene. I mean, it was creepy to get to see something like that, and the way they actually animated that with the voice actors, it was just downright freaking creepy. I like Sekai Seifuku. I mean, I'm so glad I gave it another chance, and this is why I usually continue to give out an anime a chance, unless it's going week after week just being extremely bad. So, once again, managed to surprise me. Good series. Recommend it. A lot of people pretty much told me to actually give this another chance and, you know, don't completely trash it like I did the last one. I want to say I'm sorry about trash the last review, but I mean, as you all know, you guys probably expect me to be completely honest in my reviews, and I expect you to be honest when you comment on my video. So, pretty much, that's what I feel about this video and what I feel about any anime I review. But like I said, I liked the episode. It was a good episode. Hopefully they keep this up and they manage to entertain me even more, because straight down to the nitty-gritty, it comes down to my entertainment value if I really enjoyed watching this episode, or did I force myself to watch this episode. And so, everybody, thank you for, you know, giving me the support to want to watch this series. Y'all wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please stay safe. Chibi out.